analyze the lesson, The Night I Met Einstein. Okay, this lesson is of your third unit, lesson number 3.2. This lesson is written by Jerome Widman. What this person is telling us, that we will get to know and learn few of the important things from this particular lesson. Before starting with the content, we would solve the warming up part. Okay, you need to reply me in the chat box. Everyone are aware about who is Albert Einstein. First, write down about his. Yes, Preeti, correct. Drishti, write down his profession first. Yes, he was a scientist. Yes. Next, field of science. In which field of science he was a part of? Very good, Neha. Other students? Yes, Abid. Correct. Om, correct. Tanisha, correct. Angela, correct. Hiral, Preeti, Diksha, yeah. So the correct answer is theoretical physics. World famous theory proposed by Albert Einstein. Yes, correct. Preeti, other students as well. No, Abid, you're wrong. Damesh, correct. No, Himanshu. World famous I'm talking about. Vidhi, yes, correct. The theory of relativity. Next, award. What all awards did he get? Yes, Nobel Prize in Physics. Good. Good, Neha. Next, anything else you all are aware about? Okay. Yes. Disability in childhood. Next, dyslexia. Exactly correct. Books written by him. Books written by him. If you all are aware about it, then you all can let me know. The world I see it. Okay, yes. Ideas and opinion. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, this today English we are going to correlate it with science, with music, with mathematics. This chapter we are going to correlate with mathematics, with science, with music. At the end of the day or at the end of the lecture, you will get one message or lesson, and that you all are going to tell me what did you get. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now separate the words in the column they belong to. Now what you need to write, I will tell chorus, you need to write music common to both or dance. Understood? Again I will repeat, I will tell one word to you all. You need to write down in the chat box whether that word is related to music, whether it is common to both art or is dance. First word is chorus. First word is chorus. Yes, students, you all are replying correctly. The correct answer is music. Second one is Kathak. Second, Kathak. Yes, dance. Third one, concert. Third one, concert. Both. Yes, exactly correct. Next, audience. Audience. Both. Okay. Choreographer, dance. Exactly correct. Okay. Mudra, mudras, dance. Tune, tune. Okay. Music, correct. Swar, Music, very good. So basically, today we are going to learn few of the things related to music as well. That is why this part was included as a warming up part in your textbook. Page number 108, the lesson starts. The night I met Einstein. Now, if I'm clearly audible, just let me know. Like yesterday, I don't want any of the issues, that's why.
Yes, teacher, you are audible.
Okay, thank you, teacher, for your response. Jerome Widman, a Pulitzer Prize winning playwright and novelist, gets invited for dinner in New York. Much before he became all that famous, and after dinner, the guests were treated to some classical music, particularly Bach. Widman, having a hearing impairment, did not relish the music. He then realized that the person sitting next to him was none other than the famous scientist Albert Einstein. Einstein engages Widman in conversation and then takes the young man out of the room to an upper floor and then gives Widman an all new experience in music appreciation. Einstein explains to the narrator that he should start listening to some of the simple music and then slightly move up one by one. Later on, Albert Einstein demonstrated it by playing records on the gramophone. First, he asked the narrator, whose music is he fond of? The narrator replied, Bing Crosby. Then Einstein was playing the music. Later on, he asked the narrator to sing it back. Widman started to appreciate the music. He sang that music after that. The later on, this thing was repeated between the narrator and Albert, Dr. Albert. Then later on, Einstein tells Widman that he is now ready to appreciate Bach and takes him back to the crowd where the guests were enjoying Bach. Widman listens to the Bach with a new interest, and at the end of the session, at the end of the concert, sincerely the narrator applauds, the narrator claps. The narrator finally tells that now he is no more tone deaf. This I was giving you all the introduction, basic introduction of the lesson. This lesson, just close your eyes and imagine one scenario in front of your eyes. You at the narrator's place. Some A philanthropist has invited you for dinner, and after dinner your hostess means a woman who invites guests to a social event, she invites you for a concert, and you are not having any idea about what the concert is about. You're happy and you're joining. After reaching to that particular concert, you get to know that this concert is related to a music, and that to classical one. And in classical music, you're not at all interested. So, what will be your reaction? Feel that emotion, feel that reaction. Okay? Then later on, the person sitting next to you is actually aware that you're not having any idea about the music. As people are clapping, you also clapping. Finally, out of curiosity, the person sitting next to you is asking you, Are you interested in music, classical music? Are you fond? Do you like this person? Then you were like, chalo, let's reply anything. How will he come to know? So when you turn and you look around at his face, you realize that no, I can't fool him. Person is a well-known person, is a famous person. If I will tell lie, this person will get to know, and what this person will think about me. So instead of lying, you're telling the truth. And after hearing the truth, the person is very curious, is taking initiative from his side to teach you, to make you love to music. So the entire chapter is about this. I hope the introduction part is clear. Okay. So now in detail we will analyze with new words, with the dialogues and all. Now from the narrator's point of view we will get to know. First, I will tell you about a narrator, Jerome Wedman. He was born in the year 1913 and he died in the year 19, or he passed away in the year 1998. He was an American playwright. Playwright means a person who writes play. Novelist means a person who writes novel, a writer of novels. In the year 1960, he won the Pulitzer Prize for his work. Now, what is the meaning of Pulitzer Prize? You all will ask me. It means is an award for achievement in newspaper, magazines, journalism, literature, and musical composition in United States. He was awarded by this prize for his work of musical thing titled Fiorello. This Fiorello is a good music. After a lecture, if you all are interested, definitely hear this music. It's available on Google as well as YouTube. He collaborated. The narrator collaborated. The word collaborated means joined, worked jointly with George Abbott, Jerry Walk, and Sheldon Harding for its music and lyrics. Music, there is a difference between music and lyrics, students. Music means vocal or instrumental sound, whereas lyrics means words. So for this, he was been awarded and he was working with George, Jerry and Sheldon. Third point is about one more achievement of him. His I Can Get It For You Wholesale has also been used a movie for the same name of the same. Now I would like to suggest you all search for this movie. You can write critic on this movie. Film review you can write. Yes? Okay. Next. I hope the content is clear about the narrator. First important thing, the entire lesson narrator himself is sharing his experience. Okay. Next thing, for your project, you can see this movie Drishti, and you can definitely one of my suggestion for you all. When I was young, narrator says when he was a very young man, we can guess appropriate age. They have not mentioned, so we can assume like 25, 30 till 35 we can assume. Okay, I was invited, narrator was invited to dine. What is the meaning of dine, students? Any guesses? Yes, Riya, correct. Sanskriti, correct. Means have dinner. Yes, Neha, correct. To dine at the house of a philanthropist. Now what is the meaning of philanthropist? Philanthropist is a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by donating monies. Now, philanthropist is a person who is having money, like we can say Tata, Birla, Ambani, and this person, what this person basically donate their money for betterment and upliftment of the society of the people. So he was being invited by one such person at his home. Yes, Tanisha, good. A person who gives charity. Good. After a wonderful dinner, narrator, as he was invited, he went, he had the dinner. Later on, after the dinner, hostess took us to a large drawing room. Drawing room is a large hall, okay? Like we have auditorium in a school, in the same way. Hostess means a woman who invites guests to a social event. Okay, so chairs were being arranged. People, so that people would, you can see in this particular picture, chairs were arranged. It's like a drawing room, a big hall. Okay, where chairs have been arranged. People can come and sit. I am arranging the chairs for a concert. This sentence was been spoken by hostess to the narrator. Okay, what is the meaning of concert? Yes, Drishti, you replied it correctly. Performance of music by players or singer. My hostess said, we are going to listen to a very good pianist. These two sentences were being said by the hostess. What she is telling, we are going to listen to a good pianist. What is pianist? A person who plays piano. Yes, very good, Neha, Vidhi. Chalo, let's move on. Any doubt till here? This was the first paragraph. Okay, moving ahead. Though everyone else was very happy. Now just imagine we all are having how many participants? Can anyone tell me the number? We are 70 of us. Is it necessary that each and every person is interested in music? No. As we are mixture, even this concert were having a group of people that was mixed. Some people were very happy. Yes, this is my favorite one. The person who's going to play is my favorite one. They were very enthusiastic to listen, and some were very sad. Every person have different point of view. Exactly correct, Nikita. So though everyone was very happy, narrator is saying that he was not that happy. The reason behind it is that he was not able to understand the classical music. Whenever there is a point of classical music, narrator thought that he is a tone deaf. And now, what is the meaning of tone deaf? Unable to hear the difference between high and low notes of music. Then, to narrator, he had entered that hall. So, just imagine that situation you, as a student, entering the auditorium, and you're not interested to listen to the thing whatever is going on. What you all will do, and your teacher is standing behind you, and your friends are also accompanying you. What you all will do? You all will sit or you will leave? What you all will do? You will purposely sit. Yes, Sanskriti Drishti, you will sit. Why you will sit? So that your behavior should not look like you're impolite. Yes, continually. Yes, can't leave, so need to sit. So even the narrator was in the same dilemma. He didn't have any option. If would have left, yes, I will definitely tell you. But let me complete this part. Give me a minute, just okay. Uh, not to feel uncomfortable. So, impolite means without the person who's having good behavior. So it should not happen. People should not think that this person is rude, this person is not having manners. So narrator went back over there and he sat down. The Sahil is asking me the meaning of tone deaf. I will tell you the meaning of tone deaf. Unable to hear the difference between high and low notes of the sound music. Basically, the narrator is not able to differentiate between the tones, high pitch, low pitch. Okay, he's not able to understand the music. Sahil, was I clear? Okay, thank you, Sahil. Moving ahead, I did not pay attention to the music after it began. Like you're attending one of your uninterested class. What you all do? Just close your ears. Not actually like this, but you are not paying attention. You are not listening to the things seriously. Same the narrator did. He was not interested in listening to the concert. He was not happy, so he was not paying attention. As he was not paying attention, to turn a deaf, yes, correct, bored. As he was not paying attention, he was not knowing from where the concert started and where did the concert ended. I hope this part is clear. This paragraph tells us that the narrator was not interested, he was not happy, but he had to attend the concert. He sat and he was not paying attention once the music started. After a while, narrator heard everyone clapping. So narrator realized that the piece was over. Imagine you're sitting in the classroom, everyone are clapping, clapping, clapping. And you're like, all of a sudden, why are you clapping? So let's clap. The thing might have got ended. So the same reaction was there from the, yes, he also started clapping. He heard that everyone are clapping, so let's start. Just then the narrator heard a gentle, firm voice saying, "You are fond of Bach?" Someone sitting next to him is asking. Fond means liking. Do you like Bach? Bach is a person. Okay, John Sebastian Bach, a German organist and composer of the 17th century. Vidhi, I said you the meaning right now. It means he is a person. He is a German organist and a composer of the 17th century. Firm means very polite, very good, nice voice. Are you fond of Bach? I hope Ria, my thing is clear. Have I addressed your thing? Okay, moving ahead. I knew as much about now he was the narrator was thinking now. I knew as much about Bach as I did about the nuclear physics. That means the narrator was not having any knowledge about the physics. So he's comparing over here the person Bach with nuclear physics subject. I was going to say something ordinary. Ordinary means chalo, बोलना है ना कुछ तो let's say something to get out of the situation. Say ordinary so that I could get out of the situation, get rid of the situation. I turned in order to look at my neighbor as they were looking front. After thinking this, narrator was looking at the neighbor person sitting next to him. After looking, what he got to know, he was a I saw a very famous face. Narrator said it was someone with shock of white hair and a pipe. You can see I have taken a cartoon so that I'm not relating it to anyone. That's why. Shock of white hair. It means mass. A lot of white hair was there, and it was not combed. It was very ungroomed. You can say. Okay, bushy. Imagined. I even upload. Let's move ahead now. I knew shabby look. Yes, the hair was quite shabby. Over here also you can see in this particular picture. I knew that I must tell this man the truth. Now narrator is telling I should tell this man the truth. Einstein looked at narrator as if narrator's answer was very important. Means Einstein was looking at the narrator's face as if he's going to tell something important. Narrator said, I don't know anything about Bach. I said, I have never heard any of his music. After hearing this reply of the narrator, Einstein was quite surprised to know that you don't know about the Bach. Have you? You have never heard about Bach? Albert Einstein asked narrator. Now narrator was again thinking in back of his mind that he's asking me in such a way that I said I didn't had bath. Humorous line, right? So replied. So narrator replied, I would like to understand music so that I could understand. But his narrator said, I'm not able to. I am tone deaf. Tone deaf means what, Sahil? Will you reply me in the chat box? Other students also, I told you the meaning of tone deaf. Kindly reply. Yes, tone deaf means unable to hear the difference between high and low notes of music. Yes, Hiral. Sanskriti, correct. Sahil, correct. Good, Vidhi. So this particular paragraph is basically about communication between narrator and Dr. Narrator said he is not interested, not able to understand as he is not fond of it. Later on, let's see what Dr. Albert Einstein did. What doctor did? You come up with me, he said. The old man got up. The old man is Albert over here. Old man got up and he said, you will come with me. Narrator was sitting. He did not stood. Then what did Dr. Albert did? Dr. Albert requested to come with me. So then later on, as we all of us got to know that the narrator is polite, so he stood and he went with Dr. Albert. Albert Einstein took narrator to a room which had a gramophone. Gramophone picture is there on the screen. Gramophone means a machine for playing recorded music. Yeah, good drishti. Then Albert Einstein asked, "What kind of music do you like?" Narrator replied, "I like songs that have words and the kind of music where I can follow the tune." Even we like, no, where we have tune, where we have words. Okay? Yeah, in the same way, narrator replied. Albert Einstein smiled and nodded his head. Nodded his head means ups and down to say approval, to say agree. Yes, I agree. Obviously pleased, was happy. Yes, Drishti, move his head upside down. You can give me an example perhaps. Perhaps means probably. So Albert Einstein is asking narrator to give one of the name. Narrator said Bing Crosby. This is a person. Then later on, Albert Einstein was playing the music of sung by Bing Crosby. Uh, then yes, American singer. He is an American singer. Yes, Ria. After a moment, Albert Einstein stopped playing the music, and he asked the narrator, "Now can you please tell me what you just heard?" Narrator was thinking what to say, and the best way to reply is to sing it back. So narrator sang it back to Albert. Albert smiled and said, "You're not tone deaf." Albert Einstein smiled and said to narrator that you're not tone deaf, that definitely you are having knowledge about the music. So narrator replied that this song was one of his favorite song. He used to hear this song 100 times. That is why he was able to sing this song. So you're telling me tone deaf? That doesn't prove anything. Einstein then replied, "Nonsense." Nonsense means not having that much sense. It proves everything. Now Albert Einstein is going to give you one example. He is now correlating mathematics with music. Albert Einstein said, "Nonsense, you're not tone deaf." He's telling, "Do you remember?" Albert Einstein is telling to narrator, "Do you remember your first arithmetic lessons in school? Mathematical lessons in school? Suppose at your very first contact with number, your teacher had ordered you to work out a problem and say long division or fraction. Could you have done it? Could you have done it? What is your reply, students? If teacher in the first standard only she is asking you all to solve fractions, division, multiplication. without teaching you all the numbers, will you all be able to do? Yes, good Sanskriti, Hiral, Neha, Riya, Neha, Deepika, yes. No, it is not possible. So narrator replied, no, of course not. Yes, Ronit, correct. Then now Albert Einstein is relating this situation. He's telling exactly, it's learning like a maths. You have to learn addition, subtraction in order to do multiplication and division. Correct, students? In the same way, to understand classical music, it's we have to learn music from A B C D E F G. After that only we will be able to understand the high level of music, high level of tunes. So over here, Albert Einstein is telling, now I am playing something a little more advanced. It was John McCormack singing the trumpeter. Sing that back, he ordered. Now, the trumpeter is also a song. I would like to request you all, if you all have time, then do hear this song as well. Would like to know your review, the upcoming lecture. The song name is Sing That Back. Thank you, Drishti and Sanskriti, for your response. Now, Albert Einstein ordered, and the narrator was able to sing this song back. And then they went on from level to level to level, from one level to another level. This is Mac, comma, level. Finally, they reached at a new level. Later on, narrator is telling he was very happy with this person. And this person, Albert Einstein, was completely paying attention on the narrator. And he was very happy. He was able to sing. Narrator was able to understand the music. He was no more tone deaf now. Suddenly, he got up. Albert Einstein got up and stopped the gramophone and turned off the gramophone. And Dr. Albert Einstein said, young man, we are ready to listen to Bach. Later on, narrator and Dr. Albert Einstein went back to the hall and they sat down. Over here, Albert Einstein said, allow yourself to listen. Don't restrict. Be positive. Understand. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the tune. Enjoy the content. The- and after listening this suggestion, narrator was concentrating, he was paying attention, he was enjoying the music. And later on, after the concert, he was clapping sincerely. And after this particular day, narrator was enjoying such kind of music each and every day. As we all of us know, music is a recreation for a mood. Okay. It- Later on, after the concert, everyone were clapping sincerely. Hostess appeared and she said, I am so sorry, Dr. Einstein, that you have missed so much. When she was saying this to Dr. Albert Einstein, she was giving a cold look. A cold look means unfriendly look. I don't like you. That kind of look to the narrator. Dr. Albert Einstein replied to the hostess, I am sorry too. My young friend here and I, however, were engaged in the greatest activity of which a human being is capable. In a very humorous way, he answered, Albert Einstein answered to the hostess. Hostess was puzzled. The word puzzled means confused. Dilemma. Really? She said. And what is that? Einstein smiled and he put his arm across the corner, across the shoulder of narrator and said, opening up the frontiers of beauty. This is the message that I was talking to you all about. Can you all tell me what is the meaning of opening up the frontiers of beauty, students? What do you all think? To learn some, Kushi says, to learn something, we need to be curious and have patience instead of excusing. Yes, Kushi, exactly correct. Uh, to learn something, we need to be curious and patient instead of excusing because we can't learn everything at the time of birth. So we need to appreciate others' work as well as always be positive and grateful to life. Khushi, exactly correct. Very good. Nice personal response answer you gave. Neha says making others understand the joy. Yes. Drishti says learn something new. Very good. Yes, correct. Sanskriti says it means that before doing anything, we have to understand it first or have to know something about it. Okay. Yes, Sanskriti. Angela says be curious and having keen interest to get knowledge of about something now and be patient to learn something new. Good. Neha says the beauty that is all around us. Yes. Good. Importance of new concept in yes, Angela. Every new concept has its own importance. Whenever we come across such kind of situation, we need to take interest and we need to adapt new things in our life. This is all life is about. Now let us move to our recap part. I'll be asking you a few of the questions. Do you have any doubt? Okay. Thank you, students.